Alright, hello, good morning everyone. Today, we might have tech upgrades. I hope that the game looks clearer, and that there's less stuttering as the game is captured. I was relying on... Oh, I say that, and I already have a hiccup. Oh, give me a sec. Already have a hiccup, wow. It's frozen? Yeah, it's frozen. What the hell is this? Oh, now it's unfrozen. Okay, now it's working. I don't know what the fuck I did. Okay, should be working. Still figuring out the audio end of things. I can't get, from my very limited, like 5 minutes of testing, I can't seem to get audio onto from the tablet onto the PC yet. So I've got some Path Nowhere playlist playing in the background, playing Path Nowhere songs. But yeah, the visual quality should be much higher and shouldn't have any like stuttering or anything like that anymore. If I can figure out the audio another time, we'll actually be like perfect streaming territory. But right now, I'm just interested in that visual quality. Because it was stuttering and hiccuping, and nobody likes that. Okay, well, let's go ahead and start off, just do our daily stuff. I'm sure there's broken front line. Nope, I forgot to do it yesterday, which means I'll do it over the weekend at some point. Let's just start off with some gameplay so that at least we're doing something. We'll get into story soon enough. But I want to run this new technology through its paces real quick. See how it holds up in BFL. Make sure that I have the bleed team preset, and we go. This boss is exceptionally easy with bleed team. You can just like almost entirely AFK. I'll put it in slow-mo just so you guys can see like the intricacies of what's happening here though. Serpent goes for the jump. That's our cue to throw all the core breaks out. We throw all of those out. We activate Shin. Activate Shin. We give one energy over. We wait for Levy patiently. We smack everything with Shin. We copy. We spread. We copy. Never spread. Oh, no, I did spread. Okay. I went too fast. Okay, there's the jump. We swap. Now, next thing, we need to wait for Serpent to jump. Put on slow-mo just so I can show you guys the intricacies there. Serpent jumps. We put down the Jasmine field. We core break once. We core break twice. We throw out Sumeri. We activate Shen. Give one empower to Drea. Activate Levy. Copy the bleed. Spread the bleeds. Copy the bleeds. Smack these guys. 2 to Drea. Smack these guys. 2 to Drea. Smack this guy. And then when this last guy spawns right above Sumeri, we unleash the bleeds again. That's the stage. That's all you gotta do. Very, very easy stage with the bleed team. A very, very easy stage with the bleed team. Now, if you're really fast, that strategy will get you up to 270k. It relies on core breaks, so 270k is like the ceiling. If you go before core breaks, I'm sure you can get it done faster. But I've always just went ahead and relied on the core breaks. Here, let's try without core breaks and see if it's like still plausible. I can see flaws in this already because Levy is not available yet. It also spread too early. Yeah, there's definite flaws in like trying to rush the gun. Let's try Levy. Let's try and see if we can beat a 270k score. First thing we'll change is just giving Levy some energy so he's able to cast faster. Hey, good morning, Lady Diana. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm testing new quality. I haven't worked out the audio yet, but let me know if there's any like stutters or anything on the screen. I'm like really trying to work to avoid that specifically. But it should be good. The visual quality. The visual quality should be good. Hopefully there's no hiccups, because I think I found a permanent solution to the video quality thing. Okay, and what else did I need? If I'm doing it this forwardless strategy, I could either go THC on this, or I could go... oh, what's it called? Afterglow. And Afterglow would provide some more damage. The big thing here is like how many empowers am I using? Because I need to use everybody's ultimate like super early. I'm doing it coreless. Oh yeah, I'm absolutely pulling for Synex. I pull for every character. Okay, now I'm just limited by Drea. I also can't spread the bleeds yet because there's people over here that are going to spawn. I also never activated Shen, which is very tragic for the DPS. Yeah, this strategy doesn't really work. It falls apart, runs out of energy. Better just wait for the core break. No rush for me. Not even hurting these guys because I didn't spread bleeds to them. Yeah, that's atrocious. Yeah, just patiently wait for the core breaks and you'll be good. So that's the difference between like blowing your load early and doing like the smart thing and like waiting for the core break for you to unleash all your buffs and everything. Is that you just get like all of the empowers, you get all the damage, like everything comes during that core break phase. So if I just wait for Serpent to reveal her cores before I blow my load, this is just like infinitely better. Everybody's ultimates are available at the same time, and I can just go ahead and smack everything on the field. I just have the damage and the resources available to me that I wouldn't have either if I rushed the gun. Yeah, it's just night and day difference. That's why you wait for the core break phase, folks. Okay. Enough playing around in BFL. Let's go ahead. This song is like... it's from Raven's event? From Rustfire? Okay, I'm not listening to a Zero song. We're not about that. Back to another Raven song. Yeah, that's good enough. Why not? Rahuwu, yeah, Rahuwu. Is it rude? I mean, it kind of rolls off the tongue, to be honest. I'm going to be using a lot of Rahuwu today because I finally got the surveillance order skin. During the anniversary doesn't treat me as bad as the last one. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even remember Ying Ying's. Like, I just got in and out on that banner. I wasn't the biggest fan of Ying Ying. And I liked Yugo, but just not enough to, like, go deep on Shackles or anything like that. I got very lucky with Shalom's anniversary. Shalom, I got S5 and like 150, 160 pulls, something like that. She really wanted to come home. Okay, I was doing story? Yeah, story. Okay, we are going to finish up Orate Regale so that I am up to date on the story for when Cynex and the anniversary play, because I know that Orate Regale leads up to Cynex's story and the anniversary story. So, as long as her hair's still neat, I think she is fine with us call her Rahuwu. You know, I think you're onto something. I think, like, she might give us, like, a look, like a glare, but she's too honorable to, like, say anything. She's like, yeah, you're the person I'm defending. It's your choice. But, really? Get that really squint. The Great Expo Closing Ceremony. You guys can't hear any of this dialogue, so I'll try reading it. After 9 extraordinary years, humanity's most magnificent gathering now approaches its triumphant conclusion, ushering in a new era of order and peace. Looking back, we once marched through the shadows of adversity, forged in fires of struggle, and measured the very borders of survival with our scars. But those days are behind us. Though disasters threaten, and though the storm of mania rages on, so long as humanity stands united, marching forward together, the flame of civilization will be rekindled once more. Bunch of, like, corpo talk over here, oh my god. Oh yeah, you can get the Rahu squint glare look down. Wow, I didn't realize there was an emoji for the Rahu squint glare. You got it though. Protecting my 62k as free to play like my entire life. I work every day for my cubes. Yeah, if you're sitting on 62k, yeah, you are. You might as well, like, have opened the new what's it called? The new West Side mine. And now as we stand on the accumulation of this historic gathering, marking both the close of one chapter and the dawn of a new era, we prepare to welcome the Commander-in-Chief, who will deliver a monumentous address and review the assembled FAC troops. The stage is set, the moment is here, let the FAC military equipment demonstration, our grand closing ceremony begin. Ceremonial cannons thunder in unison as the massive FAC equipment in the main hall activates, deploying anti-mania barriers. Rows of soldiers march in flawless lockstep down the central avenue. The spectacle serves as a show of force, meant to inspire human resolve and project this city's indomitable might. Even military equipment from a decade past now stands ready for future sale. The Outland delegations sit in their exclusive viewing section, their eyes fixed on humanity's greatest source of security, weapons they've never seen before, with blue hypercubes flashing prominently on each device. An uncharacteristic silence hangs heavy among them. It's not over yet, Chief. Stay focused. Copy that. You need to stay vigilant. If there's going to be an incident, now would be the final opportunity. The terminal vibrates. You know the moment has come. A gruesome image flashes on screen. A murdered person lies amidst rampant contamination, while a chilling, twisted message is scrawled in blood across the ground. Traitors who side with this city will not be spared. That's fucking ominous. Chief, emergency. The Fraser ambassador has been murdered inside the embassy, with a message left. We're under attack. The Fraser ambassador? That's not Adeline. Okay, so who's the Fraser ambassador if it's not Adelaide? I'm assuming it's just like some random unnamed NPC. Same here. Sharp screams of terror erupt from the audience. In the Syndicate slums, several Outland assassins dart through narrow alleys, shoving people aside in their way until they precisely locate their target destination and kick the door open. However, their assassination target, the publicly outspoken Führer Inspector Sibylla, is nowhere to be found inside the safe house. She's escaped? Okay, I need to know the significance of this like statue thing in the background. I feel like I saw it in Hypatia's event, and I know it's on a crime brand, but I don't really know what that monument is. But it seems to be like a big deal to Parfait and all of that. Okay, let me catch up on chat. Yes, all in on Augustus. I'm going to try an all in on Augustus. I mean, again, I'm pulling every character, so it's a little hard for me to go all in on people nowadays. But whatever reserves I have, I'll spin on Augustus and hope I get S5. We'll see how it goes. Phantom question, want Adelaide to be a playable or not? I'm torn. I want Irene. I want her Reforge to make her a Aurum Secretum character. I don't know how they do it, but I want her to be an Aurum Secretum character. And then I want Hypatia and Irene to combo together to take down the head of the Fraser family. And if they come out and say like Adelaide is like a pawn and he's being like controlled or like blackmailed or mind controlled or something like that, and like he's actually a good guy and he's not a bad guy, if they pull that switcheroo and then he turns on like the head of the Fraser family, then cool, I am fine with Adelaide as a playable character. But we definitely need like a head of the Fraser family boss fight. We definitely need that. And right now, that boss fight would be Adelaide. So I wouldn't want him to be a playable character right now. Okay, let's continue the story. Meanwhile, inside the Medici Hotel, this city's wealthy elites exchange bewildered glances under the gilded gaze of the Golden City, a sprawling, fragmented masterpiece. Okay, so that's the importance of the mural I keep talking about. The contract with Fraser is signed, the investment secured, and the announcement, poised for strategic release, is ready to send a jolt through the market. Reporters, streamers, and influencers wait outside, eager for the breaking news. But at this pivotal moment, the event's host is missing. Why isn't Parfait here yet? Did something go wrong? Hello? Did you find her? Is she alright? What? Getting kidnapped again. Ugh. Wouldn't be the last time, that's for sure. What? Parfait is missing? Viewers flood into the livestream in an instant, with question marks and exclamation points frantically filling all the comments scrolling across the screen. A commotion erupts throughout the lobby as waiters rush about, nervously escorting indigent VIP guests discreetly out of the building. Meanwhile, the opportunistic streamers and reporters burst into a frenzy of excitement, with wild conspiracy theories instantly running rampant. Meanwhile, in an inconspicuous corner of the lobby, a person quietly sits down. Jesus, I can't read. A person quietly sets down his coffee cup. There we go. Opportunity always favors the prepared. Isn't that right, Adrian? Adrian's alive? No, he's reflecting back to when Adrian was alive. Okay. They were about to like, I don't like fake deaths, and they were about to pull a fake death there, and I was concerned. Max King gazes at the coffee on his table, its dark surface catching a faint glimmer of golden splendor around him. Maybe Parfait's dinner party isn't over after all. Maybe it's only just begun. Definitely want Adelaide to be playable. He is a bad guy, but he doesn't come close to Shinner Moore. Need our badass Zoya get in a reforge. I'm telling you, they are building up Zoya for like another Necrestia Hela arc. Like we have Necrestia Hela, and they've already Zoya in current main story already has like similar marks and attributes that Necrestia Hela does. So they're definitely setting up for like Necresta Zoya to come out, or whatever the hell they're going to call her, but like a Zoya alter to be a real thing. He's in the hospital still? I thought Adrian was dead. I could be wrong. Attack! There's an attack at the Great Expo. Oh god, they're killing people. Spies! Outland spies! Help! From the local audience seats, numerous Dis-City residents tear off their disguises and launch their assaults. Meanwhile, the FAC units that were performing on the main avenue immediately shift into combat mode. Though they aren't trained killers, their experience protecting civilians proves useful nonetheless. Your foresight saved us, Chief. FAC combat units are already in position. Just give the order. No enemy will reach our citizens. Not on our watch. And my priority is to ensure your safety, Chief. The FAC officers are still en route to the scene, and they have granted you temporary field command authority. Please proceed. Okay, so like, obviously the reason why you have the military do your parade is so that if something happens at your parade, they can immediately respond. Which is exactly what happened here. Moving as planned. Take them alive. Okay, we get to use Rahuwu. Is it rude to call her Rahuwu? I'm not convinced it's rude to call her Rahuwu. Okay, so they come from a lot of angles, but they all centralize on this tile that Rahuwu stands on. So we can play around a little bit. And yes, we are just using a completely ramshackled Rahuwu team, even named Rahuwu. And this isn't supposed to be a good team, this is just a fun team. So don't watch this thinking that I'm tooling like some elite mega strats or anything. No, I'm just having fun. That's already concerning. They're so fast. Everything's happening instantly. Yeah, this didn't go the way I thought it would. Okay, let's slow this down and do the things that we gotta do faster. Because they are not playing around. And I need to put Rahu there, actually. Okay, please transform. Thank you. Oh, you're fucking kidding me. You're one of those guys. Okay, and you're actually getting rolled. This stage is chaotic as hell. What the fuck? Sorry I'm not responding to chat. I am like actually super focused on this stage. There's a lot happening. It's just like so chaotic. Okay, that was such a chaotic stage. Wow. Would have been way easier if I was using a real team, but I'm just using like mix mash of fun characters. So obviously, like it's not as strong as like a reforged 11 comp or something like that. But that was still like a very chaotic stage. I'm surprised it was as all over the place as it was. Okay, a scene with Langley and Zoya would be epic. Call her Rahuwu then. Rahu official title is Shalom's wifey. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Either that or like guard dog or maybe slave. I don't really understand how that I don't really understand how that friendship works quite yet. Like Shalom deleted her memories and like made her totally subservient. Are they friendly? Are they enemies? Is Shalom just like deleting her free will? I don't know. I don't know the details of that. Hey again, I just got 11 at her maxed reforge. Should I go Stargazer Summer or Bai Yi next? Oh, that's really like a personal thing, honestly. I have a Umber Core team guide. If you want to check out news on Bai Yi, just search Umber Core on my channel. You'll find it. That'll give you a lot of insight into what Bai Yi is like. Stargazer just makes 11 stronger, but if you already have Eve, then you don't really need Stargazer. She'd be nice, but she's not needed. And then Summer, I'm not a big fan of Summer personally, like her combat effectiveness, but the community speaks about her in like high regard, because like if you are going for max scores, like if you're trying to like 300 mil a TOA boss or something like that, then Summer is like the best DPS option. The problem with Summer in most content, aside from like the highly specialized content, is that she's entirely single target. And because she's entirely single target, it's very difficult for her to like fight a BFL boss. It's very difficult for her to get the waves out of the way and then attack the boss. It's very difficult to set her up. So there's a lot of, when you're playing Summer, you're not really playing Summer nowadays. You're more playing the rest of her team, because the rest of the team are doing everything to set her up, but she's not really doing much to set herself up, if that makes sense. I really want to get Bai Yi next because Umber Core seems fun to me, but I don't have any supports like Parfait and Jelena. Yeah, Parfait or Jelena goes a long way, and Parfait is what makes the Umber Core team the Umber Core team. It's a tough call. If you're getting the upcoming Hela, then Bai Yi is a little bit higher value, because the upcoming Hela wants her team to break a lot of cores, and Bai Yi would break a lot of cores. So that's something to consider. Gasp, I see, but doesn't her EX Reforge work for 11? It does, but doesn't really matter. Most of 11's damage is coming from the splashy splash of the hands, and the Summer's EX doesn't really do much for 11's splashy splash. It's just a neat little thing, not necessarily like the whole point of the character. I'm not sure what other people recommend for the EX a lot. I'm sure it's like some EX I don't have yet, because the EXs are like everywhere. But I do like EX Summer on 11 just because I like the hands being able to consistently do damage after the splashy splash. It's just I mentioned in the Reforged Summon Guide that I like where 11 is both an arcane and a reticle, because she really does feel like an arcane and a reticle, where she has the burst damage and the core break and the AoE of an arcane, but when she's done like casting, her hands are still like doing incredible normal attack damage and just like playing the game for you. And that's a really nice feeling. And that's why I like EX Summer on 11, because it helps that sort of reticle taste of 11 and lets her poke things after the splashy splash is over. 11 deserves everything. All right, time to farm Stargazer then. I do want to pull for 11, but not sure if I can get the next limited. Yeah, if you're in doubt, stick around for the limited. You'll get 11 eventually. Especially with I no guarantees, no promises, right? But with how much Path Nowhere is handing out like these S-Rank tickets lately, like they just gave us a random S-Rank selector or Millie's event for no reason. They're just like, here, Millie's event, have an S-Rank selector. It's like, okay. You'll probably get 11 at some point down the line, but this is like a rare opportunity to get the limited. And the limited also like super easy to play, super strong, usable in all content. Like she doesn't break the game because she doesn't reach like the max scores. That's like all right, so there's a bit of a conversation to be had here between like the limited and new Hela. So when we're talking about the limited, she really is like a busted character that is super easy to play, that trivializes all content. But the limited's damage is not burst damage. It's a reticle, right? And it's doing all of this, it's doing large amounts of damage over time. It takes like 4 or 5 hits to kill something. So when we look at the context of like max score chasers, which for some reason is what the community is like basing the recommendations off of. In the context of max score chasers, the limited does not hit max scores because like her damage is over time. It's not bursty. But the new Hela does hit max scores because she is nothing but burst damage. And for the average player, like Necrestia Hela is nice, but it's not nearly as nice as the limited. But for max score chasers, Hela is the only option because she is just like absolutely insane when it comes to that burst damage. So there's this weird discussion to be had where like Hela is like one of, if not the strongest unit in the game, if we're talking in the context of max scores. But that's like 1% of the community, if 1%. I mean, we're talking about people who have like S5 every character, right? Those are the people that were Hela is like the best center in the game. For everybody else who doesn't have like max S5 on every center, it's Augustus. Augustus is just absurd. But that's my little TED talk on Augustus versus Hela and all the weird recommendations that are coming out. I don't know why, but I got the most random sinners. Nah, waifu over meta for real. I managed to S3 her when she was first released, so luckily I am quite set on her. I'm assuming we're talking about 11 there. Except having the newer crime brands being a returner is hard. Yeah. The Path Nowhere has been very generous lately, don't get me wrong. But they've also released a lot of things that you kind of want and or need. So it's not nearly as bad as something like Honkai Star Rail, where like if you have an old character in Honkai Star Rail, you might as well just delete them because they're not going to do anything. But it's not that bad in Path of Nowhere, and Path of Nowhere is much more generous, friendly, so it's able to keep up with all of that all the same. Okay, Enzo's cooking. Augustus is more like True Team, Ying Ying, and less like Votir Blue. Yeah, I could see where that's coming from. Augustus is like the Ying Yang, where Ying Ying is doing all of that damage over time, and she can do like really impressive damage. But if they ever do release a Voltaire Blue for a true damage team, then yeah, you have like you have Augustus doing everything, and then this random true damage center doing all the burst damage and stealing all the crazy scores. Oh, speaking of Voltaire Blue, can I use Shalom in Arcane crits? Unfortunately, no. Shalom is not an Arcane. She's a reticle. So it doesn't fit the very specific mold that Arcane Crit has. Arcane Crit is like the most restrictive team comp in the game. You need to have Arcanes, and then you need Jelena, and then you need either Yugo or Oo, but you would much rather have Yugo than Oo. And it's very, very restrictive team comp. It's very freedom. It has a lot of freedom in game, but out of game, it's very restrictive. Augustus is pure true damage, so we're going to have the true damage team this year, but I don't know if Coco will have a Reforge. Yeah, Coco is going to get a Reforge eventually, and so like okay, right now the news is, and I'm not sure how true it is because I haven't tested it myself. I'm going to test it and we'll see if the rumors are true. But the rumor is that Synex is awful. But if you look at Synex's kit, she has a lot of things that are saying like, hey, I'm supposed to be used with Kokolik. And if we ever get a Kokolik Reforge, then Synex might pop off. But again, I don't even know if Synex is bad or if it's just like, hey, skip this banner because the anniversary is better. But the rumor is that Synex is bad. Well, I'll have to test it and see. I'm just going off of rumors right now. I have Yugo and Oo, but no Jelena or Voltaire. Yeah, that sucks. That does suck. Yeah, you can't really make an Arcane Crit team without Jelena, unfortunately. You can do it without Blue. You can have like Uhu Hanzi or even something like weaker like Victoria and still do alright. But oof. Probably Synex is going to be power crept really fast. Yeah. Synex is absolutely just a worse Augustus. Like if you put those two like side by side, Synex is just a worse Augustus. Like in that context, yeah, Synex is useless. But like in the world where Augustus doesn't exist, how good is Synex on her own? And I don't know the answer to that. I really want to pull Synex, but the Annie is coming. She looks hot though. Yeah, I mean fair and valid. Fair and valid. I was really excited when they showed Synex, and I couldn't believe that she wasn't like on a banner somewhere. And I was like, really? They're going to make a character like this and not make a banner for her? And they end up making a banner for her. And I was like super hyped. And then I saw that she wasn't part of the Aurum Secretum team, and I got sad. So my hype, I was going to be like super hard on the Synex train. But when I saw that she wasn't Aurum Secretum, my hype started like dwindling there. I was kind of disappointed by that. Going to do a singular 10 pull just to see if I'm lucky. Yeah, fair. Okay, let's get back to the story. Where were we? The situation is swiftly brought under control. The assassins are confirmed to not be Sinner, devoid of potent weaponry. With the Fraser's delegation aid in freeing several hostages, the attackers are now cornered, their escape routes cut off. But a creeping unease settles in your chest, the familiar kind that whispers of danger before it arrives. Instinctively, you rush to Jasmine. She's still in the car, obediently waiting, waving and smiling at you. You sigh in relief, but just as you step closer to remind her, Chief, behind you. A fresh wave of chaos erupts as something rapidly approaches you, carving a brutal path through the crowd. The air shrieks with agony, the sound of rending flesh and terror closing in. As the victims fall one after another, you finally get a clear view of the perpetrator's frenzied face. That's not an Outlander assassin, it's someone from the Ring Institute, but something's off about him. He's got Jasmine's blades. Oh fuck. What's the deal with those blades? Twisted, demonic mania, corruption noises. Damn it, he's completely lost it. Stop him! Those blades. The man, possessed by the deadly blades, stands with his eyes wide open, pupils swallowed. His body jerks unnaturally, as if the weapon in his hands is one controlling him, cutting down every living soul in sight. Seeing the enemy charge at you, a swarm of FAC guards rush over. Wait, stay back! A correct decision. I can only protect you, Chief. As it speak, Shorel rushes forward, intercepting the first strike of the dual blades meant for you. But just as Shorel prepares to counter, the man pivots past him, surging onward as if you were never his true target at all. Jasmine! He slashes open the vehicle, holding Jasmine with a single strike. A hand extends from within. The dancer braces against his shoulder, then in one fluid motion, flips over him gracefully. Finally free, she escapes the cage that was served as both her prison and her sanctuary. Jasmine takes in the scene, her delight unmistakable. I warned you not to touch those blades. They're dangerous, cruel, thirsty for blood. They are this city's weapon, your weapon. You guys can't hear her voice, because I haven't figured out the audio yet. But just know that she sounds like twisted, demonic. Her voice acting is so good. She sounds like she's enjoying every fucking second of this. I'm still figuring out the intricacies of the technology setup. Why can't we hear the audio in your game? That's probably my end. I just got the equipment this morning, and I wanted to test it out. But I spent like 5 minutes before stream trying to figure it out, but I couldn't figure out what the audio was doing. So instead of in-game audio, we just have Path Nowhere soundtrack in the background. She's kind of a dragon. Everything sounds good. If not, then Sagman. The Jasmine boss fight was cool, not gonna lie. The Jasmine fight was complete suffering. I nearly got insane. Yeah, the boss fight was... The peak path test was something I don't know how you're supposed to do the peak path test, because that shit was miserable. You can't hear the soundtrack? Is it just like too quiet? Here, I can bump up the soundtrack. Let me skip over a song. Okay, can you hear that? I might have just had the soundtrack too low. I like pumped up the volume. I'm not sure if you can hear it or not. Very small. Should I raise it more or keep it the same? Your guys' call. It's like I can hear it on my end. I'm not sure what it sounds like on your guys' end. And good for me. Okay, I'll keep it there. If we need to raise it more, let me know. Faint but audible. Here, I will bump it up just a little bit more. And if we need to bump it up more after that, we absolutely can. Keep it right there for now. And if it gets loud, let me know. I'm just playing like the entirety of the Path Nowhere OST on like shuffle. So some songs are probably going to be louder than others. You look so troubled, Chief. Won't you let me help you? I'm the only one who can, after all. Jasmine, wait! Now it's audible. Good, good, good. Hopefully it's not like overpowering my voice, because that was a complaint that I got on a few of my videos, like around the corn video. There's a lot of complaints there. I got a lot of feedback about poor audio balance, so I tried to like put the music kind of volume much lower, but I seem not to have mastered the audio balance yet, or maybe it's just different preferences, I don't know. You hesitate to use your shackles while the two are locked in close combat, fearing even a split second of interference might cost Jasmine her life. Sensing your hesitation, her smile brightens, her movements are fluid, dodging his savage strikes with feline grace, weaving around him like a serpent, circling an enraged bear. Perfect, perfect. In just a few swift moves, she leaps onto the monster's shoulders, locking her legs around his throat from behind. With a sharp twist, she wrenches his arms in the opposite direction, effortlessly pinning her bear-like opponent in an unbreakable hold. The blades lose their hold on their puppet, shuddering violently as they unleash a terrifying wave of contamination. It's you. I'll kill you! Shut up, do as I say. Wow. I didn't realize that she had like a dom side of her. With brutal efficiency, she wrenches the poor researcher's arms from his body. What the fuck? Did she rip his arms off? Is that what I just read? Cutting short his agonized scream, Jasmine lets out a laugh as she pries the blades from the severed hands. Yeah, she ripped her fucking arms off. Holy fuck. Their stiff fingers still clinging desperately to the hilts. Tossing the lifeless limbs aside, she now reclaims her weapon. Holy fuck, she ripped the man's arms off. Good God. The frenzied twin blades roar, then howl, struggling, trembling, until at last, like a guttering flame, they fall silent in her hands. Maniacal laughing. That's better. You're nothing but a pair of blades. Who you kill and where you strike, it all happens on my command. Her voice is getting more and more insane. She is completely overcome by the mania. She takes a deep breath, as if savoring freedom, and opens her eyes to watch artillery fire bursting in the sky. Her face alight with childlike wonder. She's seeing her fucking firework flashbacks, I know it. Fireworks, so pretty. Cute and lethal, that is the recipe to PTN. Sure enough, yeah. Yeah, and of course, like, cute, lethal, and then somehow also, like, tragically sad. It was a spoiler, but, like, it was a pretty obvious one, so it's no big deal. Like, I kind of knew it was happening. As soon as I saw the artillery fire thing, it's like, oh yeah, she's thinking of the fireworks. So... okay, like, this song is just louder than all the other songs. I'm gonna skip this song. I feel like it's been played like 8 times already. There's like 500 songs in this playlist, but it always goes to an Infer song for some reason. Here, I'll put on a Cabernet song. There we go. Okay, yeah, the blades in her hands thrum with a savage, murderous energy. Now that the weapon is back in her grasp, you feel for the first time the maniacal power emanating from this seemingly fragile dancer. Behind the curtain? Do you know what event Behind the Curtain is from? If you know that, I can do it. The playlist I've got is sorted by event. Behind the Curtain from Millie, King of the Party. Okay, I can do... let me see if Millie's on this playlist. I'm sure it is. Yeah, it's Behind the Curtain. There we go. Da 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 da. Okay, this song is actually making me thirsty. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a cup of tea. Okay, back with my tea. Okay, the blades in your hand thrown with savage murderous energy. You feel the first time the maniacal power emanating from the seemingly fragile dancer. Stop it, Jasmine! She hears your call and turns her head, her smile bright against the smoky veil of gunpowder, lit by fractured rays of sun. Thank you for bringing me to the closing ceremony. Finally, my wish will come true. The celebration I've waited for all these years. It's starting. Wait for me, Chief. I know you guys can't hear it, but I still can. I'm turning my volume up. Once this is over, I'll come straight back to you, just like we promised. Her blades carry a barely perceptible hint of apology. How do blades carry a hint of an apology? I'm new here, but what I can tell, he streams almost every day. I stream when I'm bored, really. That's the real answer. Lately I've been streaming a lot more because I'm trying to catch up on the story. So... and I have to do that before Sinex comes out, which means before Tuesday. So it's a bit of a rush order. Have you read the Owl Mask description in Jolly Souvenirs in Millie's event? No, I did not. Okay, so we've got one more actual combat stage and a lot of other story. But there's still a lot more story to be had. Like, let me check operation. Yeah, there's still at least three things here. So something, the combat stage, and something else. Do my dailies real quick. Okay, let me set up my back end a little better. Okay, that should work. Okay, let me catch my chat again. When Millie came out, even I am free to play Chief. I tried to pull her as I could. I followed the story carefully. I love every aspect of Honey Knight's event. Yeah, that event was incredible. One of the best they've released so far, for sure. You'll have to fight the Campbell guy for the boss. Yeah, that makes sense. Okie dokie, ADC Chief. Those souvenir descriptions are really goof. They're like backstories of side characters of the event, like Theodore or Snow. Interesting. Really good. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't read them. I'm glad there was like some meaningful story development in that, though. Look how backlogged I am on story. I'm so backlogged that I have like 9 interrogations I have to do before I can complete their compliance. I mean, apparently they're removing the like compliance locks on the anniversary, so I don't have to do these interrogations. But it gives you an idea like how far behind I am on interrogations. Another story. So much to catch up on. And we're looking okay for Sinex and the anniversary. I prefer more than 30 tickets and 30k cubes, but we're looking okay. If the game decides to be mean, then it can be really mean, but I'm hoping it's not too mean. Okay, we were doing story. Okay, so this says it's enemy level 10, which means it's the weird, like, auto chess game mode. The shame Shalom is in my... Yeah, I'm wondering when Shalom comes back to the story. Like, that's going to be a really monumentous occasion when it happens. I only have 10k cubes. The duck gods will bless us. Yes, the duck gods, you must believe. You must believe. So, like, the problem with... like, I had a lot of cubes. I went into Shen with, like, as many pulls as I have right now. But Shen hit me, like, really hard on the going nearly max pity twice. And Shen hit me hard. Like, I lost all my reserves just getting S1 Shen. So if that happens again, then I'm kind of fucked. But I don't really expect it to happen again. That was kind of an anomaly. The game's usually been, like, really fucking kind to me. Like, Millie, I got her in, like, 110 pull, so that was really nice. Alright, Jasmine's appearance immediately puts everyone on high alert. What is her objective? Same as those Outland extremists from just now? There are too many viable targets here. Don't you dare harm Chief! No, I'm not her target. You are! FAC soldiers, fall back now! Paradosos has me covered. Stay away from her! It's too late. The pink figure glides through the crowd like a serpent. Before anyone can react, crimson blooms across the soldiers' white armor. One after another, they crumple. Blood rushes to your head. Jasmine, stop! The prohibition takes effect, sending spikes of light thrusting out from Jasmine's body. She stumbles, nearly losing her balance, but quickly dissipates the impact with a smooth roll as she hits the ground. She looks up at you, not the slightest bit annoyed, wearing the same cheerful smile she always has for you. Are you really serious? Use your power against me? I'm the only one who can control these blades, you know. She sounds like she's fucking teasing us. These blades only obey me. If you force those shackles on me, you're just surrendering my body to them. And then, these cursed blades will yield an S-class sinner's power. What do you think would happen then? Let's not go there, okay? I'd hate to lose myself. I'd hate to let these wretched things hurt you. Though reluctant to admit it, you know she isn't lying. Through the shackles, you feel it. Something stirring inside Jasmine. Not just one presence, but countless voices. Twisted together in a chorus of roars, howls, and sheer madness. You've heard these sounds before. The same ones that echo across the shattered battlefield deep within her mind, where such chaos reigned unchecked. And you know exactly where these maddened voices came from. Drop those blades now! Their mania's already influencing you! Put them down! Influencing me? No, I pull the strings here. They want me to slaughter everyone I see, just like how they killed my celebration. Why would I ever listen to them? I have no interest in killing. I just want to be your blade. Oh, I just want your blade. Not to be your blade, just your blade. She hurls the blade from her left hand, slicing clean through the armor of a soldier charging from behind. His raised battle axe halt mid-swings, frozen in the air. Or I'll finish you off too. Drop your weapons, drop them! FAC soldiers running to their deaths. The soldier's hand gripping the battle axe, along with his entire arm, is sliced into multiple pieces by Jasmine. Those twin blades carve through his armor, slicing through flesh and bone as effortlessly as a knife through silk. Chorrol takes aim and fires a rapid burst from within the safety of your cover, but Jasmine moves too fast. Her lightning reflexes, she twists aside, seizing an FAC soldier and hauling him into the line of fire. When Jasmine steps back into view, her face is splattered with crimson, her smile chilling enough to freeze blood. The combat capabilities of this generic model are limited, Chief. I can only guarantee your personal safety. Please maintain your distance. This woman possesses exceptional battlefield judgment and remarkable reflexes. Her intelligence is on par with, or perhaps even sharper than, that of the average person. It's highly likely that her behavior in the medical ward was an act. Don't waste any compassion on her. Shorel's communications with you have always been close range and barely audible, yet somehow Jasmine catches every word from that distance. I'm smart? I'm normal? That makes me so happy. Jesus, she is fucking insane. I mean, if you guys like the crazies, which you're playing Path of Nowhere, so I'm sure you guys like the absolutely crazy, deranged people. This center is made for Path of Nowhere fans. Absolutely. But Chief, what can I see? What can I hear? What can I smell? It's all different from you. Those precious things you care about, to me, they're just a waste. The shackles violently resonate as the scene before her fades to pale wash, just like in her dreams. But Jasmine freezes. She gazes at you across the vast distance, and all you can make out are the scars etched into your skin, gradually glowing red. Oh god, we're going back to the fucking sandworm meat. We really bringing up the sandworm meat again? The meat I eat always tastes like charred human flesh, and the water I drink forever reeks of blood. It really is blood. Ugh. All I have to step so lightly, because one wrong move and a landmine might explode. But you know what? Landmines also make pretty fireworks. Jesus Christ, she's a little too insane. Life isn't really that precious. Holy fuck. That is a fucking line. Good God. I wasn't expecting that line. Nah, insane enough to fix? Ooh. I don't know, man. People beg for life, shameless like stray dogs, only to die like crushed insects? Burned or chopped up, they're just sludge. No more noble than garbage beneath your feet. You see it once, and you'll never escape it. It clings to you, follows you everywhere. She's literally describing like the Path Nowhere audience right now. She's just like, yeah, you guys aren't worthy. But it's fine. My mind went crazy. It doesn't hurt anymore. Artillery shells are fireworks. Machine guns, war drums. Blood, just another wine. Dead men don't care which side they fought for. So, they'll all make peace, watch me dance, and applaud me. Isn't that the kind of celebration should be? I still think Adela has the most tragic story I read. Yeah, Adela's was tragic. Like, spoilers on her interrogation. I think it's in her interrogation. Going through the part where she like clipped her own memories, that made me sad. It didn't make me cry or anything. Like there are some parts of Path Nowhere that like made me tear up a little bit, but I didn't tear up at Adela's interrogation, but it did like depress me. I was just like sad for the rest of the day. I was like, okay, I wasn't expecting to get that emotional. Okay, okay, I caught up on chat. I didn't read everything out loud, but know that I did read everything. And I appreciate you guys being here. Your war ended a long time ago, and no one here was part of it. You really want to side with them and take revenge on all of the city? She doesn't answer you directly. In her eyes, you see a flicker of gratitude, a touch of regret, a hint of apology, and unwavering determination. Thank you for pitying me, for not killing me that night when we met, and for letting me take the stage. Now, I must complete my unfinished performance. Please don't interrupt me again. Oh, she got angry when she said don't interrupt again. They did the subtitles dirty there. It should have been don't, period, interrupt, period, again, period. She pays no attention to the soldiers writhing in agony, their weapons shattered, their threat extinguished. Her eyes sweep the battlefield before locking onto a distant point, her gaze sharp, unyielding. In that direction stands the heavily fortified FAC command motorcade. She is indeed targeting. She's targeting the commander-in-chief. Protect him. Don't let her get close. Ugh! It's too late. She moves like a storm, cutting through resistance, closing the distance in seconds. In one fluid motion, she leaps onto the vehicle, her blade carving open the roof. Through the jagged breach, she stares down, unblinking, as if confirming a final memory across years of time. Then her face twists into a manic grin, a terrifying blend of joy and fury. She found him. She finally found him. It really is you. Stop her! Churl strikes with deadly precision at her flank, driving her into a relentless dance of evasion until she leaps from the roof of the vehicle. The instant her feet touch the ground. Oh, you activate the shackles again, and she freely dominantly says, Jasmine, obey my command, don't move. You unleash the prohibition once more, this time at point-blank range. Spikes of light spear through her, shackling her body and will. Before those frenzied blades can claim control, you surge forward, pinning her down, wrestling her wrists, and firmly securing those twin blades. Then... You! The shackles drive deep through both of your hands, firmly binding them together, while also nailing down those blood-soaked blades. Churl's voice cuts through the chaos, yet fails to reach your ears with clarity. Then, like a nightmare given form, corruption crashes against your shackle, forcing you to use all of your strength to suppress it. Oh, right. Jasmine is still pinned down by you and your shackles. You should probably say something to her. This way, there's nothing to worry about. You've been possessed by these blades. I'll keep both you and your weapon in control. Letting you back on the battlefield was my mistake. Now, no matter who you're after, it's time to go back to the Bureau. Don't let go. It's dangerous. She actually sounds desperate. Like she's worried about our health here. You can hear it in her voice. The voice acting is like phenomenal. Phenomenal. Conveys so much emotion, more than the words themselves can. Jasmine stares at you, her eyes filled with terror, an expression you've never seen on her face before. She struggles to break free from your grip, desperately trying to make you let go. Meanwhile, the blades in your hands tremble violently, sending pain through your nerves as they unleash a torrent of chaotic hallucinations. Fragments of flesh, thunderous roars, blood, agonized screams, and putrid stench begin to seep into your mind. Amid all the madness, you hear it, an unresistible voice. She's an outland spy. She fooled you, a murderous criminal. Look how many have died because of her. Think how many more she plans to kill. This is war. Remember your position. Enemies deserve no mercy. Kill her, kill her, kill her. Kill her! Be the last one standing. Kill them all, or they'll do the same to you. You hear gunfire and wailing cries alongside gleeful music and celebration songs. Hell and festivities shatter and merge into one. Every FAC soldier transforms into a pitch-black butcher, but also prey to be killed. This is the world one sees when gripping the blades. Yes, the blades are alive, so I don't know everything yet, but back before the chief awoke from her coma, this city was in like a war-torn area, and this city was using mania weapons like swords and axes, like melee mania weapons. They haven't figured out mania guns, apparently. They're using mania weapons to fight all of the Outlanders. They're like trying to get more territory throughout White Sands. And then somewhere in all of that, these blades are a particularly powerful mania weapon, or they're a combination of mania weapons, or like a bunch of mania weapons refined into one super mania weapon. I don't know the exact thing there, But yes, the mania weapon, the blades are a mania weapon that has its own consciousness, its own like mania corruption source, and it does like fully take over the mind of anybody who's like near or wielding those blades. And the blades are just saying war, 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 kill, kill, kill. That's pretty much all the blades care about, because that's what they were forged to do. They were mania weapons forged to kill people on the battlefield. So that's what the blades are continuing to do. They're forcing whoever holds them to kill all combatants on the battlefield. Yeah, Jasmine is war alignment. Good call there. And this is why, because like the blades have forced her into an eternal war. Okay, let me skip the last bit of this song. It's not my favorite. Oh, we got a yin yang song. That's cool. In your eyes, Jasmine's face has contorted into something monstrous. Her features savage and fierce. You wonder, how does she see you now? When you both grip the weapon capable of killing each other. When the same deadly enchantment claims you, when your gaze is alock in burning intensity, what thoughts break through them? Oh, we got the Jasmine cat back. That was such good art, by the way. They only flashed it there, but the Jasmine cat is really good art. Does our promise still count? I never forgot. She has like a moment of clarity here because she's no longer holding the blade. She doesn't sound like manic and crazy anymore. She sounds like genuinely concerned. Like the weapons in the League, I forget the name. Oh yeah, the Darken blades. With Varus and Aatrox and apparently Neferi? Neferi's a Darken? The murderous glint in her eyes soften. She leans closer, her breath warm against your skin. With deliberate tenderness, she licks the blood from the corner of your eye. Jasmine, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you licking blood from the corner of my eye? What the fuck? I like our promise a lot, and I'm doing everything I can to keep it. I want to finish this quickly, then go back to your side, and go anywhere with you. Yeah, she sounds like genuinely concerned. Like she's no longer manic, she has like full clarity, and she is trying her best to like resolve a situation so that she can live a happy, peaceful life. But if I can't make it back, don't blame me, okay? It's war, after all. The most beautiful promises are always the easiest to break. And I've been trapped for too long. This is your final moment together, though, in reality, it lasts barely a minute. Broken weapons, guns, blades, axes rain down from above. Before you can even grasp what's happening, Jasmine awakens, and just like that, she's back on the battlefield. She lets you take her hands, only to hook her legs around your waist in one fluid motion. With a sharp twist of her hips, she flings you effortlessly, hurling you aside. The instant you're clear, a steel rod spear cuts through her calf. Thank you, Chief. Because of you, I can almost believe that not everyone's blood is cold, that kindness still exists in the world. And she sounds like sad, like she is actually upset in this moment. She's not manic, she's still clear-headed. She's just sad. You tumble across the ground, the world spinning in a dizzying blur. Before you can regain your footing, a massive metal plate hurtles toward you with terrifying speed, pinning you to the ground. You can no longer have the strength to break free. Now's our chance, pin her down, get Chief back! Oh, they're all dead. This should keep you safe for now. My priority now is neutralizing the out-of-control center. I'll return as soon as possible. The battlefield erupts once more. The metal plate shields you from stray bullets, but it also steals your vision. All you have now is sound. The relentless staccato, I never learned how to pronounce that word, I'll be honest. Staccato of gunfire, and the earth-shaking collisions of mania-fueled powers. Jasmine's laughter is gone, swallowed by the violence. The only way to trace her now is through the fury and agony erupting in her wake. Before the shackles completely break apart, you hear her final cry. I have no interest in killing people, but You're not really human, are you? You're nothing but this city's blade. Yeah, she's going hard on the mania again. Oh, wow. So die, all caps. Double exclamation point. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Okay, we know how this goes. You just put it on ×3 speed and hope you win. Then you click the bombs as they appear. It's so weird that they have like a random auto chess game mode. Okay, let me catch up on the chat real quick. If I know my Lord of the Blades are a corpus. That makes a lot of sense, yeah. You need first aid kit, special mania, psychology. I remember Jasmine's the war alignment, like weapons in league. Yep. We've read all of that. If I'm not wrong, Adela's scissors are alive too. Oh yeah, crazy woman, just my type. Yes, that's it. In reference to the League of Legends thing. The shackles make them feel like that. Typical PTN chief. I do love them too. Dang, I'm late. The war alignment shining. Mecha class game. Yeah. Thanks to thorough security measures taken in advance and detailed intelligence from Fraser regarding Outland extremists, the attack on the closing ceremony has been properly contained, with all the contingencies effectively addressed despite significant losses in weapons and equipment, as well as numerous personnel injuries. At least this city has suffered 0 casualties. On the attacker side, all assassins have been eliminated. Unfortunately, every captured extremist took their life on the spot. Only the Outland Sinner, who posed the greatest threats, was successfully subdued through a coordinated effort, bound along with her weapon and secured. She will be transported to Edge as a valuable research specimen. Wow. Gotta take the screenshots while I can. It's over. Finally, over. Medics, quick. The enemy can no longer fight, but watch the weapon. The blades must not be separated from her until the restraining device arrives. Lock her down, lock her down. She's hoisted up by armored soldiers, like a fallen one being carried off the battlefield. In that final moment, her hollow eyes log onto yours. It makes a lot of sense. Like it's been proven that she's the only one who can control the blades, so they just like effectively incapacitated her. And then they know they can't separate her from the blades because the blades will just corrupt the next person. So they're just like, okay, screw it. We'll incapacitate her. We'll keep her incapacitated, and we'll let the blades just like continue. Whatever she's doing with the blades, we'll let that continue, and just make sure that she's subdued. If she's subdued, the blades are subdued. Don't separate these two. Until the very moment the door closes, she seems to smile at you. I promise, I'm sorry. Don't mind it. Stay strong, stay sane, and don't get kidnapped. The last two, very hard to do. Chief. I'm fine. We'll deal with it after everything is over. Where is the Fraser delegation? Weren't they attacked as well? What about Adeline Campbell? If it really was radical extremists attacking, wouldn't the Fraser delegation be endangered too? Was only the ambassador killed? Okay, I'm tired of info songs. It just keeps like RNGing into info songs. Maybe there's like 10 billion info songs, but I kind of doubt it. This is like the 5th time we've got Veiled and Valkyrie. We got another info song. I'm just hitting random and it just keeps giving me the same like 3 songs. Nah, this thing's bugged. It has to be bugged. It's actually just rotating between the same 3 songs over and over again. Nah. I'm mixing this up. This is not a true shuffle. This is a fake shuffle. Put on Undefined Red. Infer really is trying to steal the spotlight. I don't know what's going on with this playlist. There's 317 songs in this playlist, and it's playing the same 3 over and over and over again. Yes, the Outlanders camp outside the city was hit with a coordinated attack. FAC has since stabilized the situation, and most personnel have been accounted for. However, Advisor Campbell remains missing. Initial reports suggest a possible kidnapping. This song is so fucking good. Okay, they gave us intel ahead of time, but they still took heavy losses. I should go there to provide support. Oh, darling, forgive me now. Okay, here's the boss fight with Adelaide. Can use physical or magical. 99 sanity loss. When 3 allied Aurum Secretum units are defeated, Adelaide exits the battlefield. Okay, so he's just Aurum Secretum controller. You don't actually hurt this guy. You defeat these 3 things that all have S rank defense. So use magic damage, LOL. Yeah, barrier cannot take damage. Just 1 allied Aurum Secretum unit and infuses it with Berserk energy, enhancing its skills. Interesting. Okay, Ash Nexus. Bends and deals multiple damage. 3x3, exposes the core. Looks the first enemy unit, fires laser bullets at it, and leaves long-lasting single-grid contamination at the target's location. When this skill is enhanced, in addition targets the nearest enemy unit. What the fuck does that even mean? So many words. Attacks have a chance to apply a dispellable silence effect. Ugh. Silence is not fun. Okay, same spin blades. Same laser. Same silence. Oh, was that the same character? Okay, same thing, but different. And this one leaps up continuously and drills downward, dealing 3x3 damage. Yep. Brings both claws together, drills forward, dealing multiple damage in the area in front when the skill is enhanced, blah, blah, blah. Bellable bleed effect. Okay, so they all do pretty much the same thing. Okay, it's easy was able to first try it by having support Shen. Yeah, I'm sure, like, Shen trivializes so much of the game nowadays. And I mean, it's great. I love just putting Shen in every team, but I also feel bad for people who don't have Shen. That's a little rough. I do agree to IDC Chiefs. It is not real shuffle. Yeah, at least we got a Hypatia song now. Hypatia showing up, that's good. Which event song? The last one with the lyrics, that was Undefined Red from Cabernet's events. This one is from Hypatia's. It's apparently called Sandy Clanger. Shin is God, so... Oh yeah, Shin is ridiculous. Not wrong, I listened to an ROTD. Yeah, that makes sense. They like to put the good songs in ROTD stages. Probably listen to Undefined Red in ROTD. Alright. Time to go after the Blonde Doctor. Unfortunately, the enemy has retreated into a storm zone covered by a chaotic mania field to evade pursuit. That's copy-paste the exact storm zone that was used to protect the cruise ship from Millie's event. So they're using an Aurum Secretum device to create a sandstorm in some way. However, there is some positive news. The severe sandstorms that have persisted for nearly a month have finally weakened, allowing us to enter the storm zone and continue tracking them. Luck favors you, Chief. Luck? But I recall that one of Aurum Sacratum's functions is to adjust the mania field on a large scale, guiding the movements of Tide of Ashes. Okay, so one thing I just have to say right here, I'm actually glad that Jasmine is no longer on screen. And the reason I'm glad about that is because Jasmine's voice actress is so fucking good that I was doing her a disservice by reading her lines instead of letting you guys hear her words spoken from Jasmine's voice actor. The voice actor was so fucking good that I felt like I was robbing you guys of the experience that I was having. But there is no voice acting, so. Target area secured. The enemy is cornered in the eastern section of the camp, still heavily armed. Chief, Advisor Campbell remains in hostile custody, being held hostage by the rebels. We can't risk a direct assault. Leave it to me. Copy that. Please, be careful. The Paradisos Triangle, small and silent, floats through the area, probing every corner to find a path. In moments, it unravels a route that leads deeper inside. Okay, I'm skipping the end of this song. It's just getting way too folklore-y for me. Rain Burst is really good, but it also gets really loud. Here, I'll play Wait for the Rainstorm. It doesn't get nearly as loud. And this song, if you guys get the Battle Pass that's up right now, this is the song that you get from the Battle Pass. You guys will be able to hear that if you don't have that. But this is the song that's currently on the Battle Pass. It's one of my favorite songs in the game. I make a great Jasmine, don't worry. Oh, Tosh, don't tell me that. You're lying to me now. Okay, you step inside and find the corpses of several Outlanders strewn across the floor. Their bodies have been ravaged by corruption, the damage so severe that it's impossible to tell whether they were Fraser officials or the extremists who took them hostage. Amidst the ruins, you, at last, come face to face with the kidnapped representative. He stands unnervingly calm amid the devastation, a faint smile playing on his lips, his garments immaculate. And, okay, Adelaide's voice actor is also, like, amazing, but just know that he sounds like a posh, pretentious asshole, and that. Just keep that posh pretentiousness across every single dialogue he ever says, and you've got Adelaide's voice down perfectly. It's been a while, Chief. I heard the commotion at the closing ceremony has been settled. Did you come all this way to rescue me? You don't answer. Instead, you walk toward him and draw your gun. You draw my gun? Holy fuck. I didn't expect a gun to be drawn. Chief, stay calm. Let's find out what really happened first. That's a waste of time. You draw your gun and fire several shots at him, but before the bullets can find their mark, the contamination at his feet writhes upward. The shots strike nothing but the twisted darkness, and Adelaide stands untouched. See, this is much faster. Now the real question is, how did this guy pass the center inspection? Where did his power come from? Shore performs a quick scan. He is certainly not a center. Even in that movement just now, he did not activate any internal power. Could this be some unknown kind of Outland technology? The mania field is interfering with communications. I can't contact headquarters or synchronize analysis data. Adelaide does not answer. He just smiles at you. How rare to see you so unsettled, Chief. What troubles you? Wasn't today's victory over the Outland extremist worthy of celebration? Okay, so yeah, this is just copy-paste to the same thing that Millie was dealing with. Like, you're inside the sandstorm, you're cut off from communications, no signal gets out, and it's very difficult to, like, track what's going on. Ah, I see now. This is about that dancer. She went to the closing ceremony, didn't she? Is she dead? Did you personally see to it? It's definitely the Aurum Sacratum devices. Because, like, they found an Aurum Sacratum device that created the sandstorm during Millie's event. And there's clearly one around here somewhere, right? You look directly into his eyes and respond, each word measured and deliberate. Oh, I play English. I definitely play English. The song is also in the Rahuwu interrogation. I was so sad. Okay, so they gave us Rain Burst, but they didn't give us Wait for the Rainstorm. And I was like reading through Rahu's interrogation, listening to Wait for the Rainstorm. I was like, okay, how can I get this as my lobby music? And I couldn't do it. Wait for the Rainstorm that I was hearing in the Rahuwu interrogation was not available as lobby music, but now it is. And that makes me incredibly happy. You look directly into his eyes and respond, each word measured and deliberate. You're behind all of this. You brought her to the Great Expo. She was obsessed with the closing ceremony, because she thought FAC was the former Dis City military, the ones who started the war, and she was hell-bent on revenge. And you're the one who put it all in her head, aren't you? He smiles resignedly. Ah, Chief, surely you of all people understand. You oversaw the treatment plan. You must have known Jasmine was beyond recovery. Years of unrelenting contamination, the ravages of war, her mind was already fractured beyond salvation. As a civilian, she was never bound by the weapon's influence. No indiscriminate slaughter, no blind obedience. She journeyed alone to White Sands, selecting her targets with purpose. Nothing short of a miracle, really. I merely offered her my assistance. After all, who wouldn't wish to see a dream realized? What a shame. Had there been no war, had Dis City never forged those blades, she might have remained a clever, carefree dancer. You know her far better than I, don't you? Chief, don't debate morally with the enemy. His only intent is to sway you. Stay composed and ready yourself for battle. But Adelaide really out here like holding a grudge from the war. He's just like, fuck you, you like killed my aunt or something in the Dis City Wars, and I'm gonna see Dis City burn because of it. I understand, but this bastard has no right to say a word about them to me. Jelena, Jasmine, and all those who attacked the closing ceremony, you knew those people didn't stand a chance. You knew their deaths wouldn't change a thing, but you pushed them toward revenge anyways. You deliberately fed their information to Dis City, selling them out just to gain Dis City's trust. All for that absurd plan of yours. You'd do anything to get Nirvana's technology, wouldn't you? You raise your gun. There's a fucking shotgun click there. What the fuck? Both you and Fraser will pay for this. You seek to hold Fraser accountable? Consider the cost. Such a path would bring ruin to both of our city-states. The Fraser delegation arrived with intelligence, Orem Secretum, and sincere intentions for peace. They were indirectly fueled Eastside's booming stock market, allowing prosperity to be spread. Who could doubt the virtue of such an outcome? I butchered like half those words. Both Dis City and Fraser have their advocates for unification, Nirvana on one side, Fraser's pro-Dis City faction on the other. It was only among the lower classes that hatred obscures reason. The enlightened elites, however, have long transcended such parochial loyalties. Consider this. Mutual suspicion breeds only war, while cooperation revitalizes resources, enough to harvest the world itself. Which path do you suppose people will choose? In the end, they will believe what they wish to believe. The contract shall be signed. Nirvana has no recourse but compliance. Let us celebrate the union of two great city-states and the dawn of a new era. And now, allow me to present a shared adversary, one to fortify the bonds between you all. Oh shit. What the fuck is that smile? That's a fucking creepy smile, man. He extends his hand toward you, this time with his left hand, his face twisted into an abyssal smile, brimming with boundless malice. Holy fuck. Okay, his voice did like a complete 180. He like sounds menacing and corrupted now. Hold on, I'm gonna put the music on pause. You guys are gonna sit in silence for a second. I'm listening to the voice acting because it's incredible. Okay. So it was like pompous, and now it's like taunting. Like he's poking the bear now. He's very, very directly poking the bear. Okay, Campbell, collaborator with the underground, architect of Outland's corruption, the hand that twisted Orm Secretum and delivered sinister power to vengeful souls. Now, I intend to drive a wedge between Decity and Fraser. Am I not what you've been seeking all along? You're a saboteur sent by the underground? Or are you throwing yourself under the bus just to clear Fraser's name in all of this? Like how you sold out those Outlanders who came for revenge. He flashes an approving smile at you. Fraser is far too shrewd to risk open war with the city. The Senate does not act rashly, nor would they be so careless as to leave you evidence, unless... The city has grown so weak it's no longer a threat. Crushing you would demand so little effort, so why not indulge? Oh shit. Got a little bit of a glow up now on that hand of his. Okay, so it sounds like Adelaide is actually just like a Fraser extremist. Like he's been playing the political game. I'm not sure if all of Fraser feels the same way Adelaide does, or if this really is just like the Campbells and Fraser do have like some like long-held grudge. I'm actually not sure which one it is now. I'm not sure if it's personal grudge from somebody high up in Fraser or if it's like all of Fraser. I couldn't tell you. A bright red mark flares to life on his hand. In the next breath, a gust of contamination surges toward you. With lightning speed, Cheryl throws itself in front of you and your squad. Fall back! It deploys a small barrier field to protect you, but in doing so, fails to avoid a strange spike hidden within the storm. The spike collides with Cheryl's outer shell, emitting an eerie resonance. Then, from within the perfect triangle, you hear a disturbing crackle of rogue electrical currents. Data corrupted, storage damaged, Chief. Maintain rational functionality. What's wrong? Answer me! But this is your final exchange. Like a failing system, its barrier shudders and flickers before collapsing entirely, forced into a desperate reboot. Now it can barely sustain its most fundamental function, shielding you, and only you, at close range. From this moment onward, the black triangle that has buzzed incessantly at your side for nearly 2 weeks falls utterly silent. Signal interference, data corruption. This isn't Orm Secretum's power. Don't tell me. Moore's here? Or more like infuse that attack in some way? Your internal vulnerability is plain to see. Competing interest paralyzed progress, each faction too busy guarding its own spoils to notice the rot. Why waste bullets when greed is enough to do most of the work? Today's Decity is truly riddled with flaws, decayed and fragile. Now then, I'd like to proceed with another test. I'm most curious to witness the true measure of your worth as Decity's secret weapon. Holy fuck, the art just keeps getting better. The mania seeping from his left hand suddenly blooms into a flower. The contamination swells, twisting and writhing as it expands, weaving together before finally coalescing into several monstrous abominations. You know this aura. Constrained by Orm Secretum devices, they are several ferocious apostle of ashes. He's got several apostles? Jesus. Okay, well, let's give this guy the family reunion. We'll do this, that, family reunion, Shin, and grab Eve, wherever Eve is. Not gonna have nearly enough core breaking on this team. Because I also want to include Rahuwu. We're bringing Rahuwu. And Rahuwu is going to bring Stargazer's Crime Brand just so I can break cores. There it is. Okay, that's the team we're going with. Oh, you want me to bring Irene too? Okay. Okay, we can do it. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. This works. Eve doesn't have crime brands? Why not? Eve, what happened to your crime brands? Eve, where are your crime brands at? There, there. It's on Shin? What was Shin running? How was Shin running that? Okay. We're good. I'm skipping this song. This song is atrocious. Bravery is Magic from Oh Whoa. Song should be better. Oh yeah, Shin the Core Breaker, absolutely. That's rude, shooting a laser like that. That's just it's much ruder than I can describe. And you are beating the shit out of the bear, holy fuck. Ow. Okay. How the hell am I breaking all these cores? Okay, first things first. Use the Shin buff. Buff first before you make Levin's hands. Give Irene a little bit. Grab the energy. Make a third hand. Smack this thing with Irene. Its cores disappeared like a millisecond before I broke them. Okay, game. Okay, game. I see. Okay, this time we core broke him. We're good now. We just go ahead and drop this. Then we drop this, and then we drop that. We give an energy to Campbell, and we overkill the fuck out of him. By overkill the fuck out of him, I mean weaken the next guy, because it was too much overkill. Reforged 11 slaps a little too hard sometimes. Just a little too hard. Oh. I lost Hypatia. I didn't pay attention to the mechanics. I lost people. I didn't pay attention. She also provided 2 core bricks. Okay, she did a little stuff. What is with all of these, like, what is that thing called? Not beatbox, but like the electro songs. What are they called? Dubstep. What's with all these dubstep songs randomly? Why is there so much dubstep in Path of Nowhere? I personally wouldn't allow that. Yeah, I would hit restart if I could, but eh. Need suitable vibe. If possible, don't mind if you already cleared the stages. Great vibe. The battle drags on with no end, yet you're no stranger to fighting the Tide of Ashes, and the battle plans have long been prepared with FAC. You've seized the initiative, outmaneuvering and overwhelming the enemy at every turn, yet despite your efforts, no one expected that sheer numbers, hours of relentless combat, and still, victory remains out of reach. Though small in scale, the apostles spill endlessly from the main... Okay, I gotta reread that because my brain did not read that correctly. Though small in scale, the apostles still spill endlessly from the mania flower in the man's left hand, as if a rift had been torn open, bringing this world to hell. Is this the power of the underground? And how many more of these flowers lie waiting? Okay, so the idea here is that he's just like opened up, he's used underground sorcery to open a portal to like the perishing star or somewhere. Like there's a source of deep contamination, assuming deep in the Dissea, because that's what they do to Shalom. There's a portal opened, and he's just letting things escape from the Dissea and into reality. Not many, rest assured. Even that one cannot bestow gifts endlessly upon others. Only 4 sages wielding this power would suffice to bring you considerable inconvenience. He sees right through your anxiety, answering with effortless calm. A thin crimson barrier divides him from the battlefield, shielding him as he observes the chaos beyond. Yet his gaze lingers on you, strangely alit with admiration. Okay, so they're playing into the sages more and more now. They've got the 4 sages of the apocalypse, not the 4 horsemen, the 4 sages of the apocalypse. We've already met one, Sillage and or Evelion. So we're going to sort of tackle him one at a time, I'm sure. And I wonder what a sage boss fight's going to look like. I'm craving for the underground background, maybe a new alignment with that. Yeah, we're absolutely going to get a new alignment pretty soon. Like the anniversary is going to finish the White Sands Outlands arc. And then the Seto will be the start of the next sort of story arc. And Seto will probably bring a new alignment or background. So I don't know anything about Seto's story, but she's going to like set the stage for the next arc, I'm sure. I'm like 100% sure of that. Because that's what Past Noir's been doing lately. It's been doing like the Dark Web arc and then the White Sands arc. And now we're going to go into, I guess, the Nautical arc? I don't know. I don't know what Seto is. I don't know what they're doing. Impressive. This city's resilience is not yet extinguished, it seems. This will only harden the Senate's resolve. Nirvana will have their full supports, whatever means are required to secure the West District mine. Once the hypercubes are under their control, a new order will follow. Is that your backup plan? So if you can't take the city by force, you're just going to push this 2-city alliance instead? This has always been one of the more advised strategies. Looking at the current securities markets, Nirvana's stock price has far outpaced all competitors. They've undeniably become the darling of the markets. This plan is nearly complete. You could gather evidence against them, investigate them, and unravel the conspiracy piece by piece. But you can also imagine the countless obstacles lying in wait. Worse yet, you'd never know what Nirvana might do to the West District mine while you're caught up in that struggle. You're right. I'm not that familiar with this city's high society games. If you've managed to get that contract signed, my friends and I would definitely be on the back foot. From what I've heard, these financial games are all about surprises and thrills. Not really my thing, but maybe someone else can. As you said, competing interests paralyze progress, each faction too busy guarding its own spoils. It's this city's flaws, but in a way, maybe that's what keeps it running. Okay, so we got random news reporters reporting on the scene, describing the tragic events of the Jasmine outburst. Renowned stock market guru Parfait has vanished under mysterious circumstances, failing to appear at a scheduled high-profile dinner. The unexpected disappearance has directly impacted Nirvana's Technologies acquisition and West District mine activation plans. What could make her walk away from such a golden opportunity? Was it a loss in confidence in the project, or was it more to the story? And the bigger question, after disappearing without a trace, where is she now? What? Parfait has been found? She's on a helicopter fleeing the city? A deliberate escape? What's really going on here? What? She was harboring an outlander? Alright, catch y'all later. Enjoy your rest, Sishu. Sishi Oru? I have no idea how to pronounce your name, I'll be honest. But yeah, sleep well. This is... The wind shrieks around the helicopter as it carves through the sky, weaving between skyscrapers before sweeping over white sands. Gritty sand pelts the thundering rotors, the relentless barrage crackling like gunfire. Sabella stares wide-eyed at the unfamiliar scene before her, while the woman who whisked her aboard grips the control stick, her face alight with unrestrained excitement. Oh, don't look so surprised, my friend. I once took helicopter lessons on a private island in West City. Or West City. Let's be real. What's life without a little thrill? Where are we going? Isn't obvious. Away from this city, of course. Wrong way? The word strikes a powerful chord within her. In an instant, haunted memories flood back. Death, fear, loneliness, suffocation awaken one after another. We getting a screenshot of this? I was expecting to see like a helicopter scene there. I'll be honest, like a helicopter artwork. They operate under clever disguises, blah, 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 blah. We already read all this. I'm not sure this is official Path Nowhere music. Oh, it is. I'm just not sure about its origins. Okay. A blondie knows how to talk, that's for sure. He talks too much. If they don't understand our suffering, they can't even imagine it. People living on different worlds simply cannot see our pain. Run? Run? Run! Since the day she set foot on the path of exile, the world has clung to her like a nightmare. So she's long gotten used to it. The answer is there all along. She gazes at the boundless expanse of white sands, at the calamities raging on the horizon, and at the battlefield still burning nearby, while her homeland and everyone she knows remains thousands of miles away. Sabella clutches the protective charm tightly, the same one that stayed with her through every step of her journey. I don't want to run anymore. I'm not afraid to die, and I don't want to run away. This isn't how it ends. Turn around. We go back. There's still so much left to do. I'm not giving up. There has to be another way. It's not over yet. Let me go back. The night glass reflects Sabella's expression, and Parfait watches satisfaction glinting in her eyes. Yet, across vast distances and divergent paths, those of true golden quality will always shine, and this city's stock market guru never fails to praise her own eye for talent. That's really a pretty, like, city skyline. That's gorgeous. Haha, running away? I never said so. I see immense value in you. Why would I ever let that go to waste? She grips the control stick tightly. Hold on tight, my Outland friend. Now, Parfait Medici is about to put on a grand show. A swarm of drones have closed in on the helicopter, their loudspeakers blaring relentless messages. Pursuing media? Holy shit. Pursuing media is sending drones after helicopters? That sounds extreme, but I guess that's the world we're heading towards. That pilot is actually Parfait herself. No kidnapping, no coercion. She's flying the helicopter out of the city, ditching her own dinner party and investments. That makes no sense. Why would she do this? There's an Outlander on the aircraft? Homeless beggar? I know that Outlander. She showed up at the Great Expo. Could it be Parfait's got some critical information from her? The longer Talia contemplates the situation, the more intriguing it seems. A slow, knowing smile curves across her lips. Perfect. Looks like you finally found the key to getting attention in this city. How lucky. Now, let me just add a little spark to the moment. You better not waste this opportunity. With a covert flick of her power, her viewer count soars to staggering heights, while explosive comments surge across the screen in an unrelenting tide. No one can throttle the news related to the stock market guru, after all. Random Hamel song? Huh? Wait, Parfait is standing up. Did she just switch to autopilot? Ladies and gentlemen, Parfait has spotted us. She's coming out, and she's trying to wave us off? Go away, stop following us. What's happening? Parfait looks extremely agitated. She's desperately trying to shield the Outlander. It's like she's hiding something. Could it be? Could that Outlander actually be connected to the Nirvana-Fraser collaboration? What kind of bombshell does she have that's big enough to make even the stock market guru ditch her own dinner party and investment plans? This can't just be some minor leak. It's got to be massive profits, groundbreaking secrets, market-shaking news. Oh my god! Outlander, hey, say something! Outlander! Huh? Before Sabella can even react, Parfait lunges forward to block the camera, shouting loudly. No comment, no interviews. This has nothing to do with the stock market. She has no connection to Nirvana or Fraser. Go away. Parfait's agitation only ignites everyone's curiosity, making them even more convinced of their own suspicions. This Outlander is definitely sitting on a story. Hey friend from the Outlands, don't be afraid. We're nothing like Parfait. We're here to help you, and every investor in this city has your back. Just tell us what happened. Why did she kidnap you? This is about Nirvana's investments, right? Tell us. Say it out loud. Everyone's listening. No comments, no interviews. She's mine. Don't follow us or I'll attack. Holy shit, it's raining hypercubes? And we did get the helicopter art. I was waiting for it, but we did get it. And they even snuck meme art in it. You've got... Sabella's eyes are like the meme art eyes. You have to like really zoom in to see it. And that's the Black Key Sanity drone on the right. Wow. All those hypercubes, man. All the city investors, you're not seeing this. What we're filming right now will shock the entire city. She's raining hypercubes. Whoa. There, you can see the meme art better. Parfait obviously faking this reaction. My private mind, my golden opportunity, all gone. Sabella stares, mouth wide open, as Parfait theatrically beats her chest and stamps her feet. But beneath the dramatic display, she catches a wooded gleam in the stock market guru's eyes. You see, Sabella, this is what the city people want to hear. Understand them well enough, and you'll have their hearts in your grip. Just like how you've got that little bit of leverage against me. Look outside. If you can cross such a vast desert, you can certainly breach the walls around people's hearts. You just need the right tricks. People may not share their joys and sorrows, but understanding, that's a two-way street. And the truly clever one takes the first step. After all, isn't that how you steer the game? Now, my Outland friends, think about what kind of story you're going to tell. Don't get lost in telling your story. Tell one that captivates all of this city. Such good art. Beneath the theatrical demeanor, Parfait lifts her hand slightly, a single half-lidded eye glitting from the shadows. Just as the people of this city believe that wealth is measured in currency, which allows her to fabricate money, so too can she maintain this fabrication, as long as more come to believe survival itself equals hypercubes. Man, everyone's freaking out about the cubes. Everybody's more worried about the cubes than the actual story. It is enough to satisfy the drone cameras. Her gamble has paid off. I've placed my bet all in on you. Now, my friend, the ball's in your court. Still got enough breath to blow that whistle? Of course. Thank you. Sibylla takes a deep breath, never before having received this much attention. Fraser never developed Aurum Sacratum to protect civilians. The whole partnership is just a scam to steal Nirvana's hypercube mining technology. They're stealing your technology to make a black ring, to produce their own hypercubes. Oh my god, they're trying to... Oh, that's actually really smart from Fraser. They are trying to... They know that hypercubes only come from black rings. So they're trying to make a black ring so that they can have their own mine. Wow, that's actually really... I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. But yeah, that, like, if you have the power to, like, make and destroy a black ring, absolutely you can turn it into a hypercube mine. I didn't think about that at all. Yes, Fraser's already built their own black ring. They're secretly producing hypercubes and planning to completely replace you. Wow. The news spreads like wildfire. AI-generated headlines flood the network, their ripple effects surging even faster across every field. Nirvana brutally deceived by Fraser. Outland Black Ring returns. Humanity faces extinction. Crisis and opportunity for this city. New hypercubes. Shocking revelation. Why has investment guru Parfait abandoned this city? Nirvana stocks in freefall, the shocking source of mysterious short selling. At 7:48 p.m., with only 12 minutes left until market close, Nirvana stocks plummet. Okay, I just real quick have to share the title of this song. This song is from Rahuwu's event, and its name is Piano Sonata No. 8 in C minor, Operation 13, Pathetique. 2, Adagio Cantabile. I'm sure I butchered the pronunciation of half those words, but it's a really intriguing title. So we got played. Fraser had their own mind this whole time and still tried to screw us over for our money and tech. I told you from the start, working with Fraser was like a cure worse than the disease. That intel from the extremists is useless the whole time. Though there are hypercubes out there too, and nobody thought to mention that in any of our meetings, I poured resources into Outland transportation for nothing. So what am I, just a joke now? Relax. Fraser might think they're being smart, but what about their stake in the city? You really think they'd cut ties completely? Is that even possible? And what about Parfait? She slipped away clean, while we're stuck cleaning up the mess? That woman definitely knows about this information all along. She never makes a move unless she's sure. That's clean escape of hers. She's probably already cut a deal with Campbell to short us together. Huh. What about Master of Credit? Can anyone still contact Campbell? Whatever it takes, bring her back here. You're still arguing? What about the new mine? If we don't force activation now, who will start to take Nirvana seriously? Get your men on PR immediately. Just tell people Nirvana holds a higher purity hypercube refining method, and Fraser's is just a knockoff that can't handle mass production. Look, Parfait's gone, stocks are crashing, and the public's going wild. At this point, we'd better start figuring out our explanations. You really are fearless, aren't you? I like that. This is coming from one of the 4 sages that Campbell was talking about. While your believers hunt for fervor, weave them another story of wealth. Convince them it's real. You've done it before. You'll do it again. Just as I believed you wouldn't disappoint, and you wouldn't keep surprising me, today proved it delightfully. Now, my dear Campbell friend, what will you do next? Several people come charging in, kicking open the executive committee's door with a single blow. No, I refuse to accept this. Parfait would never do such a thing. She must have been taken hostage. Rescue her first, then we'll talk. Be patient, Representative. This is no small matter. In this city, Nirvana has more enemies than you realize. For the sake of your cooperation, you must endure this. The new speaker surveys the room, having to make a conscious effort this time to maintain his composure and hold his smile back. It is with profound regret that I must declare the Aurum Secretum collaboration and this hereby suspended. The Cabinet will oversee and verify all subsequent investigations. Chief Lang, Chief Lothern, you may proceed. No problem. Not bad. Little does anyone know that the Speaker of the City Council still holds a message from Chief, delivered to him that night by Miss Stewart. An invitation from someone else. The irrational bubble has overflowed the golden chalice. This time, Parfait's dinner party seeks to be more refreshing, spread happiness to even greater numbers. So, would you honor me with your presence at this exclusive, grand, short-selling, I can't pronounce that. Foray? You're welcome to bring a few friends along if you'd like. Even someone like him still has a few friends, and those who hold a grudge against Nirvana are hardly scarce. The Vendetta Knights and the Puppet Princess. Business is business. Oh, the piano OST plays when Rahuwu talks to Shalom. I love how Rahuwu's caught on already. I put it in one title and it's already a meme on the channel. Of course, you wouldn't know about any of this. After all, you don't currently have access to communication networks. But as Adelaine's expression shifts from focus to surprise, it softens into a sigh as he lowers his gaze. You suspect that your side has claimed a victory. Now it's our turn. I've got all the time in the world, whether it's here in this fight, or after I take you back and slowly wear down whoever's pulling your strings. I will win. Indeed, you prevailed. I concede without reservation. Oh, I didn't check the stats. My soul. And we completed the special mission even though 2 people died. So, it good me. Okay, we got all of the Pelagic Wonder rewards finally. We still have a little bit of story wrap-up. We're not done with it yet. There's still a lot of information that's got to be told in this one chapter, because there's so much that was spoiled in Millie's event. I'm actually a fan of this song. I'm surprised. This is one of the Oyer Regale songs, called The Mirage. Oh my god, we've done like 2 hours of story. I thought like we were close to the end, but we're like 2 hours deep into story and we still got more. Don't forget to drink. Thank you. I've got a full glass of tea right here. Earth-shattering news ruins Fraser's plans. Or does it really? Yeah, Patia definitely got shafted. She's trying her best to like create actually good technology, and the rest of the Campbell family is like, how can we destroy this city with this? I concede defeat, utterly and without reservation. Your strategy is impeccable, precise intelligence, meticulous preparation, and execution timed to perfection. It is truly an elegant and masterful victory. I knew from the start I never stood a chance. I must say, I'm rather pleased to have secured this much time. What do you mean? In light of recent events, the relevant authorities will be auditing Nirvana stock transactions. Additionally, details regarding the West District mine negotiations are being finalized and will be released shortly. This will not impede the mining development process. Moving forward, the new cabinet of this city will lead efforts to restart negotiations between Nirvana and the West District Executive Community, ensuring cooperation is conducted with transparency, fairness, and active engagement. Chief, what Raven Chief said is true. Do you drink, by the way? No, I'm just drinking tea. Alright, moving on. Hot damn, hell yeah, I knew those bastards were up to no good. Could it be Parfait? Haha, no way. As people around her react with shock or gleeful celebration, Elvira stands in the corner, watching the news. Is it really over? Just like this? She knows something's coming. And Adelaide over here definitely has his secret backup plan, which if you played the Millie event, you already know the spoiler for this, like me. Adelaide doesn't answer. Instead, from his pocket, he retrieves a pocket watch, delicate gold roses inlaid across its surface. With a deft flick, he opens it, his lips curving into a subtle smile. 15 minutes left. The mania bearer shielding him is fracturing, cracks spiderwebbing across its surface, creeping wider with every second. Yet Adelaide doesn't flinch, doesn't even glance up. He remains utterly detached from the chaos beyond, as if your words have lost all meaning. He shifts to a topic he clearly favors, his words unfolding in a slow, leisurely rhythm. Yet, beneath the calm, there's something unsettling in his voice. Let me tell you more about my siblings. My family and the Campbells has many children. Years now, my younger siblings have eyed one another with suspicion, fighting amongst themselves. It grieves me more than I can say. We are bound by blood, the closest of kin. In this lonely world, we have only each other to light the way. And yet, how did it come to this? In time, I came to understand my father's design. He seeks the finest heir, and so he pits his children against one another, a crucible of survival. But when he dies, so too will these foolish rules. Love and peace will naturally reclaim the rightful place in the Campbell household. The underground cooperator glances at his pocket watch, as if counting down the seconds, unshaken by death, or perhaps everything has been prepared. Even his death won't alter the outcome. As the realization dawns on you, a chill runs down your spine. Black Triangle, can you still receive orders? Beep. Contact Paradisos, Edge, or that person who talked to me in your place. Codename O2, was it? Tell them something's wrong. Round up everyone from Fraser, no exceptions. Forget about diplomatic consequences. Do whatever it takes to get answers, and get them fast. They've been planning this all along. The Great Expo, Aurum Secretum, Nirvana, none of it matters. Success or failure, those are never the real goal. They've done something else behind our backs. Get now. Get answers. Buzz, buzz, buzz. After struggling for a moment, it emits a sound of failure. If it won't work here, go outside. Don't worry about protecting me. Get out of the storm zone now. Find someone you can send a message. Tell Edge there's something off about the underground. And Fraser, the Great Expo is just a smokescreen they use to cover something else up. Hurry. Cheryl trembles briefly. It attempts to leave, but returns to you. Against all reason, it activates its anti-mania barrier, shielding you. I don't need your protection. You... Edge internal meeting, in progress for 16 hours. Okay, the manuflux in the Outland territories are indeed abnormal. What's the third observatorium's conclusion? Still unable to verify the cause of these fluctuations. It's asking too much. The observatorium can only accurately monitor fields near its own anchor points. Fraser's territory is too far away, pinpointing the precise locations that were possible, especially since we have no auxiliary observation points in the area. What about 04? Nirvana has been vouching for him. We should be getting information by now. He likely won't be able to attend. The securities market has collapsed, and Nirvana is in complete disarray. Also, I've heard an interesting piece of news, the same one that blew up Nirvana. An Outlander vargant claims that Fraser has orchestrated its own black ring. Parfait continues humming a cheerful tune to celebrate her victory, while Sabella seems lost in thought. At some point, without her noticing, the protective charm that had safeguarded her journey broke. Colorful beads have scattered, leaving only a grayish-white thread hanging from her wrist. In the final 3 minutes, an elite FAC squad arrives at the NBC's chief's side under emergency orders to provide protection. Upon arrival, they still believe everything is already firmly under the chief's control. We've done it! NBC Center has suppressed them! However, the most perceptive Sinner has already sensed something amiss. This feeling is, ah! Intense contamination suddenly erupts, distorting all of her senses and plunging her into darkness in an instant. What happened? The Sinner is under some unknown influence. Containment is failing. Quick, move in and suppress the enemy. Fortunately, this isn't Hekate's first encounter with such contamination. She can endure it, but unfortunately, she recognizes its source all too well. It's the same vile resonance she felt at Keelan Square, from the high tower, Black Ring, and when Chief Shackles touched the depths of the abyss that should never have been disturbed. But Chief is right in front of her, and she clearly hasn't touched anything. No, this is not right. The contamination source isn't here, but somewhere far away. The enemy's goal, that man's target, has always been... Hurry, protect Chief! No need to scan the entire area anymore. It's too difficult for the observatorium to... Let me skip the song. Whatever that instrument played, and it just broke every ounce of my concentration. And immediately into dubstep. Okay, let's skip dubstep too. Okay, this one works. No need to scan the entire area anymore. It's too difficult for the observatorium and not accurate enough. Directly locate the observatorium points instead. Track all centers near Fraser whose positions are fixed by Shepard 13 shackles. Their provocation of Shepard 13 most likely serves this purpose. No need. It's already too late. Change of strategy. There's only one priority now. Retrieve Shepard 13. Use whatever means necessary to bring her back. Counting on all of you. To the final minute, Adeline's crimson barrier shatters at last. You want to strike, but your body refuses to obey. You can no longer make out the black triangle or see your companions. Inside you, the shackles spill free in a torrent of unrestrained power. Despite being only steps away, Even his face is lost to you now. Only his voice, infused with mania, penetrates through your shackles, piercing deep into your soul. You must find this feeling familiar because you are strong. In the Outlands, I've seen too many people with fate's grip around their throat. Way too many. I have grown accustomed to it. Don't grieve for Jasmine, nor rage against the people of Frasier. We are all brothers and sisters. Fate wraps its fingers around every throat equally, whether in the Outlands or this city, whether good or evil, whether you or I. Whether depth has meaning is not for us to decide. Even if Frasier stirred up hatred, those souls would still march one after another down the same path. As you stood there yourself, you would understand. This is a path of sacrifice that cannot be diverted. Dear Shepherd, we cannot reclaim the past, nor can we halt the future, so we must find a way to give meaning to all of those inevitable sacrifices. We must change something for them, change the rules imposed by this city, and I propose we start with you. After all, you've already demonstrated your unique value to this city. For the revolution to come, I'm afraid I must ask for your eternal silence. Sacrifice? What do you mean? Tell me straight, what have you sacrificed? That. The moment the shackles release, the spikes piercing through your body are pitch black, brimming with contamination instead. But you're beyond caring now. You must catch him. No matter where he runs, you must catch him. The spikes slash across Adeline's cheek, but he neither dodges nor wipes away the blood. He only watches you, his gaze a twisted mix of admiration and pity. The mania flower in his hand gradually dims, yet still possesses enough power to slowly coalesce into a massive shadow. The shadow bows before him, inviting him to step into it. Regardless, you have always been my purpose for coming here. Even my pursuit of this great expo was for you. Thank you for being so vigilant, brave, and righteous. When you decided to personally come and punish me, my purpose was already served. Adeline bows to you as the shadow envelops him, while another hand reaches out toward you, only to be pierced by the spikes of the shackles. The monster lets out an agonizing roar as it leaps upward, soaring into the sky. Very distorted, Chief! With every ounce of strength you have left, use the shackles to anchor yourself to the monster, taking off. You're not getting away. 0 seconds left. BR005 outbreak, June 25th, in F-115, unknown, unknown, unknown. Hey, oh, Catherine. Seductively, hey, wake up. Why the long face again? Through the haze, a voice cuts clearly through to your ears. You struggle to open your eyes. Holy fuck. She's still got like the glamour shot even in like the FAC combat vehicle. High in the sky, amid howling winds and swirling sands, you first glimpse a figure clad in red, with an enormous military vehicle soaring through the air. It's you. You recognize this vehicle. There's a gash in the roof. Jasmine's handiwork. This is the Commander-in-Chief's vehicle from the closing ceremony. Who are you, really? I'm an arms dealer. Naturally, I go wherever there's war. You look like hell. Did someone turn you into a war trophy? Go ahead, pick your poison. Frasier or me? By the way, she is just being like... The best way I can describe her voice right now is seductive. She is like trying to seduce Chief right now. War trophy? The murderous impulse that once contaminated your mind stirs once more. You've got to be kidding. I'm going to find them. All of them. Everyone involved in this. I'll kill them all! She watches you, and slowly a smile spreads across her face. This state suits you well. So, time for war. She draws her blade from her side, and then... In a ferocious battle, dozens of steel rods skewer the monstrous foe as it thrashes and roars. Nearby, FAC reinforcements clash against the unnatural sandstorm, one that erupted without warning in White Sands. In the near future, this would be remembered as the opening salvo of the Great War. But despite being closest to it all, you can no longer hear or see clearly. You slide off the massive creature's back, falling until another dragon catches you. It seems too weak to bear your weight, plummeting down with you. In your daze, a muffled cry reaches you, and instinctively reach out to shield her. You struggle forward, through the storm, through the slow, relentless tide of the apostles, toward the end of the shackles, the end of filth, hatred, chaos. You only want to grasp one voice, one silhouette. Wow, it is with the hey dummy in the middle of this. Good God. Okay, so they still haven't really explained like how we ended up working with this corpse, or how we were like so heavily contaminated. Like the Millie event showed us like struggling to walk, and we needed like a doctor to like follow us around everywhere. They still haven't. Oh shit! They're massive Catherine Augustus teasing. Holy fuck! Hold on, I'm pausing the music. You guys can't hear it, but I'm listening to this epic fucking soundtrack. This scene is fucking incredible. Signal from Nirvana, ruins traced. Signal source, couldn't read it all. Holy fuck, that was a phenomenal fucking teaser. Phenomenal fucking teaser. I'm glad I waited this long, because I would be like beside myself, not able to contain my excitement for the anniversary if I saw that sooner. I mean, it's only 3 weeks away now, so my excitement at least has like a light at the end of the tunnel. That was an incredible fucking teaser. And it was just a teaser, it was nothing more. It wasn't any other, there was not like spoilers or anything. It was just like, hey, she's fucking coming. Get fucking ready. Yeah, let's eat that black ring. Yeah, nice teaser for the limited center. Absolutely, absolutely. And okay, so I don't have spoilers on the story, okay? So this is just me speculating, okay? So this is just speculation. These are not spoilers. I don't have any inside information. I didn't read CN, none of that stuff. But I believe that's what we're going to be doing in the anniversary. I believe that Synex's event is going to get us to the Black Ring source. It's going to be a part 1 and a part 2 event, just like Rainburst and Flora Unfurl. So I believe Synex's event is going to be like, hey, this is how you can get to the Black Ring. And then the anniversary event is going to be the like big Black Ring explosion, the fight there, everything. And somehow Hela is at the centerpiece of all of that. Like Hela is the one who like beats the Black Ring and absorbs the corruption or something, because Hela gets their new Necrestia form. So she's going to be like super powered by the Black Ring in some way that I do not know. But those are my theories for the next event and the anniversary. Okay, I'm gonna catch my chat. Generally, side character doesn't get much attention. In Honey Knights, everyone got their own light stages. I love Cassian and Death Parade in general. PTM, bring them in stages as well. Really need more male characters go. For me, as long as PTM bring them well to stages, I'm not going to complain. But you are right, the ratio is not balanced. Nice teaser. Let's see that Black Ring. I'm motivated to progressing on my main story. Thanks, Chief. It's because Chief is connected to the Black Ring through Hela, so it's bleeding through the shackles into them. That makes sense too. We're going to evolve, yeah, probably. Can't wait for the Synex event, Hela journey from Corn event to Apontia to Synex to anniversary event. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the starting from Corn, that was definitely like the initiation of the White Sands arc. And Blue was kind of in it as well, but she was sort of detached from everything else. There's a lot of build up to the fortress, and I'm surprised we haven't seen the fortress. Like the fortress was referenced in Corrin's event, it was referenced in Blue's event, it was referenced in another event. Like the fortress was like this big, like nobody fucks with the fortress of White Sands kind of thing. We haven't really seen it. Maybe the fortress is the Black Ring that we're going to go to. I don't know, but we'll see. And there's also like the Legion hunting for the inheritance that's out there. Back from like chapter 4, there's another inheritance, and I imagine the inheritance is what allowed Brazier to create their own Black Ring. I imagine that's what's at the center of everything, and I imagine Hell's gonna like eat the inheritance or some shit like that. So it'll be fun to see. But again, that's just my speculations. I don't know what's actually gonna happen. It was shown how Chief was heavily messed up. It was the same thing that happened in chapter 10 or 12. We're connected with someone highly contaminated in the shackles. And also more. Yeah, more teasers. More teasers, that's right. She's not one of the sages, but she's close to that power level, I assume. Yeah, that was a good story. I don't think I have any other gameplay like ready for now. I'm caught up on all the events. Yeah, I'm caught up on the events. I finished the story. There's nothing. Broken Frontline's done. Data Crevice, I don't feel like it. Mini Training, no thanks. The only thing I have left is Eternal Nightmare stuff. So I guess I could do an Eternal Nightmare run. Pretty sure Moore is a sage. I could see it. I haven't done her interrogation yet, so I couldn't tell you. The Avengers Assemble scene in the next chapter, yay. Yeah, there really is going to be an Avengers Assemble scene with Synex for sure, and then you're going to have Hela and Augustus. And we'll see if anybody else joins the fray. I doubt Corrin and Blue will be there, but I guess there's a chance. Hypatia could be there too. Hypatia will probably show up. I would be surprised if Hypatia doesn't show up at some point. But again, I have no spoilers, so. Yeah, all we have left right now is Eternal Nightmare, because I haven't done the Eternal Nightmare stuff. I'm still pretty far behind on getting all those rewards. We're at 54,000, and we need to go to 60,000. Shalom and Langley. You think Shalom's going to be involved? Hey, maybe. Oh, they put recommendations. I mean, that's kind of rude putting like recommended allies, but then like making it RNG to get them. I mean, I understand what they're going for, but like, that's kind of rude. So one thing that's interesting to note about Eternal Nightmare is that reforges do not convey into Eternal Nightmare. So 11 is just baseline 11, not reforged 11. So it's actually like really weak. I mean, the modesty items are cracked as hell, so it's still really strong. But 11 herself is weak without the modesty stuff. The only one I want to show up is 99 due to her connection to Hela. My girl was forgotten. Yeah, 99 really was just like thrown into a jail somewhere. Arcane Surge. No, I don't want to play with Yin Gang. They really made an Umbra Core one of the fucking one of the pre-builds. Would not expect an Umbra Core pre-build. I mean, this would make sense. You could just do more Jane. Those are two good sinners. We don't have any core breaking, but we just gotta brute force it with the full relics. Let's do it. Let's do a brute force full run. Full. Estia, Sumeri, Thistle. I'll take Thistle. And then I'll re-roll the others. 11 Gekabajin. Yeah, let's grab 11. It's not reforged 11, this is just normal 11. But 11 is still fun all the same. And then I'll bring Gekabajin because I like Gekabajin. But without Crime Brands, I don't think Gekabajin's going to really do anything. It's going to take her way too long to get energy. Let's do Guard. Great Guide. Follow the guidance. Bring me to the Abyssal Tentaculum. Abyssal Tentaculum game mode. Okay, this is the DPS check. Destroy the giant ball of ice. Yeah. DPS check. Oh, I screw up my run with the shield team here. I don't think I've ever tried the shield team, to be honest. I know it's really good. It's been really good since like the first Eternal Nightmare. You got to get a few of the things rolling, but then you just like shield everything to death somehow. But I've never tried it. Ow, I got hit. $11. Jane is super underrated. Yeah, agreed. The problem with Jane is that she doesn't do anything in BFL, so you'll just never see her. Because most people are like the hardest challenge is BFL, so most people like talk about BFL when they talk about the like power of sinners. They don't really like talk about story or ROTD because you can beat story and ROTD with anybody. Like BFL, you actually do need dedicated teams, and Jane just doesn't work in any of the dedicated teams. Yeah, I like her gimmick. I like her in general. It's kind of got like a Rahu vibe, where like Rahu's like the like knight, the dedicated guardian, and she's kind of got that similar vibe, at least aesthetically with her appearance. I know she's like the honor among thieves kind of thing. She's a thief, but she has honor about it. Yeah, so this is the problem with Gekabajin if you don't have Crime Brands. Gekabajin's actually really solid, just like as a core breaker herself. But she works like Labby, where she has to hit things to get energy. And if you don't have like THC to like, or like a boss target to just continuously attack, then you never get enough energy to cast anything. By the way, the last stream that you did a story chapter, I saw that you were waiting for stamina regen, but didn't you use this? Oh, I had overflowed stamina. You're right. I've got like 500 of that shit that I'm just like sitting on. Yeah, I completely forgot. Good call. I'll remember that next time. I'm kind of glad it played out the way it did, though, because if the story took me another 2.5 hours to beat, I wouldn't have had time to finish the story. All right, catch you later, Rosin. Hope I said your name right. Is this the... Yeah, this is full. More full. Talk to the spy. Sure. Sure. Center operations, that's fun. Okay, it looks like everyone at the same time collectively agreed to all leave at the same time. Like the viewer count dropped by like nearly 20 people. So it looks like not many people are interested in the Eternal Nightmare, and it is getting pretty... I've got more stuff I need to do today. So I'm going to go ahead and actually call the streams there. I'll do the Eternal Nightmare stuff off stream at some point. But yeah, I'll catch you guys then. I've got a video coming out this weekend. I don't know what it is yet, but there's a few videos I've got floating out, or at least one of them this weekend. And after that, we've got Synex on Tuesday, so you can expect Synex pulls late Tuesday afternoon for me. Like I'm in NA, so I get that banner last, so my pulls video is going to be very delayed. And then after that, we've got Synex debut, whatever that ends up looking like, and then we've got the Synex guide. And then as soon as all that stuff finishes, 2 weeks after Synex, we've got the anniversary. And the anniversary is just going to be like video after video after video after video, because there's just so much to cover with the anniversary. So a lot of stuff coming this month. But yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Be sure to hit all the YouTube buttons, the like, subscribe, the join, the this, the that, the share, the any button you can find, really. Just like keyboard cat your keyboard real quick, and hopefully buttons get pressed. But yeah, I'm gonna head out. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm really excited for the story now that I've finally caught up, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.